Not just anyone could heroically vandalize a hospital, but you're not just anyone, are you? The people of Lambeth are sure to love this. Well done.
Looks much better, I'd say.
Done.
You're done so far as the Imperial War Museum's concerned, but a little less Albion propaganda in Lambeth will go a long way.
We've taken care of every Albion target we had in Lambeth. Brilliant. The people have had enough of Albion and are ready to show it. One brave soul has asked to meet to discuss how to rally the borough.
You've been activated. Do you need a minute?
Ready whenever, Bags.
Reports of a hostile in your area, over. Message received, moving in, over.
That's pretty crazy.
No sign of the target, over.
Someone set the missiles up and they just arm.
No results. Report back to HQ.
You're one of them DedSec types been giving Albion a pain, right? People in the borough have noticed. That's why I rang you. Figured you'd be interested in giving them one more good swift kick in the bollocks.
Go on.
Them Albion twats have turned one of the city's landmarks into a fucking propaganda machine, and it ain't sitting well with the natives. The eye, well, it's a symbol of London, innit? A symbol for the people. Public, accessible, in the heart of London. But Albion have stamped their mark on the bloody thing. The only thing we see when we look at it now is a symbol of our oppression. Shows it plain to the world too. Bloody drain on the people's morale.
Of course. We've disrupted Albion's propaganda before. This'll be a walk in the park.
You have to knock out some electronic security first. And for that, you'll need a little summit from one of them barges on the river. Which means clearing the defences on the barge first, of course. But that's a doddle for the likes of you, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, this is exciting. The console on this barge is a control hub for prototype counter-terrorism drones. You can use one to destroy electronic security measures on the wheel.
Violence against Albion drones is a criminal offence.
These are the only prototype CT drones I've seen, so have fun with these while they last. And I can't imagine Albion will just let you fuck about with their most expensive toys, so be ready for some kind of response.
Okay, this is powerful.
You're putting on quite a show. Look at them sparks flying. That's good guy Hawkseye, that is.
Destroy the remaining electronic security stations and you'll be able to scrub this propaganda.
That's the last of them. You just need to complete a data transfer. Upload a more positive message for the people.
Drones are on their way to the suspect.
No.
Well, this is exciting. The console on this BART is a control hub for prototype counter-terrorism drones. You could use one to destroy electronic security measures on the wheel.
All suspicious persons shall be flagged for investigation.
These are the only prototype CT drones I've seen, so have fun with these while they last. And I can't imagine Albion will just let you fuck about with their most expensive toys, so be ready for some kind of response.
You're putting on quite a show. Look at them sparks flying. That's as good as Guy Fawkes night, that is.
Destroy the remaining electronic security stations, and you'll be able to scrap this propaganda.
That's the last of them. You just need to complete a data transfer. Upload a more positive message for the people.
Drones deployed to arrest the suspect.
Now that's a beautiful sight. Think I'm getting teary-eyed over here, seeing the wheel the way it should be. I won't be the only one either.
Damn straight! That wheel is a part of London. I can't let Albion cover it with their propaganda. No way.
You just said a mouthful, and I doubt the borough would have woke up without you giving us the kick up the arse we needed. Thanks, DedSec.
This is going to ignite the people's hopes in Lambeth, team. Albion's going to find it impossible to keep this borough under control. That's a feather in our cap.
The more we are, the better we are. Welcome to DedSec.
Yeah, this is gonna be real. Let's do it.
Brilliant.
Like you. I'm glad. Yeah. It's worth every penny. Every penny for sure.
Why are you here? Look, can't we have...
DedSec needs you on something.
Right. Finally.
Auto drive now enabled.
Huh? Think you're tough, do you? Dickhead! Prick! I saw that!
You need some help?
Is this the kind of thing DedSec's usually up against?
I was right. It's something to do with the graveyard. It's like a crypt or something. It leads down.
Best guess? That laptop was stolen from Albion. Data on it outlines Albion plans to withhold much-needed supplies from this borough. If people are worried about where their next meal is coming from, they don't worry so much about eating the occasional Albion brand knuckle sandwich.
Shite.
Fucking God! Shit! Look, I'm not dead sick. I fucking swear. I never was. I'm a hacker. I steal data and I sell it. That's it. Signing up with...
This is London Calling. You're listening to me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. This time we're turning our focus back on the media to look at my former employer, the GBB. As we know, the broadcaster has been through a lot of changes since the Hassani government gave in to pressure from his corporate backers and privatized the corporation. Today, the GBB is a shadow of its former self. It's become a tool used by the government to circulate fake news and misinformation. So how did we get here? Where did it all go wrong? How can we tell when our national media has become state propaganda? Our experts speak on conditions of anonymity for their own safety. Here's disinformation and media expert Charles, who's seen free broadcasters built up by journalists and torn down by demagogues all over the world.
So before the media fragmented, there was this voice of authority that was trusted and worthy of trust. Then what we ended up with is a really commercial model where whether you're talking about an app on a smart device or whether you're talking about a broadcaster, the most important thing was to keep you in that environment for the longest amount of time possible, and because that meant money in their pocket. And in order to do that, a couple of things happened. One was the use of manipulative techniques around behavioral economics, things that would just keep you scrolling or keep you listening or keep you looking for more information. The second is that that kind of environment favors sensationalism. And so you got more sensational headlines and more sensational stories, and it didn't matter whether they were true or not. It just kept people in and it kept them in the loop. So we ended up in a situation where nobody trusted anything and nobody believed anything at all. And that is the perfect environment for an authoritarian voice to come in and say, no, wait, we are the truth. So the ground for this environment really got created when we had suddenly authoritarian politicians everywhere, and anything that threatened them or they disagreed with, they would call it disinformation. That's disinformation, that's fake news. And again, we got in a situation where nobody really believed anything. And the trouble is if you were telling the truth, it's very hard to get your message to cut through all of the noise of all of the disinformation that's there. So like, you remember Out on the Edges, there was this story about when they would take a house by force, they would take any infants and they would crucify them. And that's a great, fantastic, viral story. And how do you counter that story? With the truth. The only way you can counter it is by saying, no, they didn't. And of course, no one wants to spread that story. No one wants to hear that story. They want to hear the sensationalism. They want to hear how people were victims of violence when in fact they weren't. Or they were victims of insurgent forces when in fact they weren't.
The news isn't neutral, it's a battleground. Here's media researcher and academic Alfie.
The media has, of course, been perhaps the key way in which governments have controlled and influenced their populations. So, totalitarian countries have typically used huge mainstream media outlets to sell one kind of news, one kind of biased news to its population. Of course, the media has always played this kind of key role in methods of state control. I think what's happening now is perhaps even more concerning, where you previously, in pre-crisis Britain, we had perhaps more diverse voices in the media, but now with the GBB, you're really only seeing one brand of news and therefore only getting one truth. So people end up with a very biased and controlled idea of the reality and the world that we're actually living in. There was, of course, many concerns and many problems, but in a way there were some positive things that, like, not all information was coming from one place, and so you'd have kind of far-right media outlets developing and then left-wing media outlets developing to combat those and kind of challenge the mainstream newspapers, TV stations, radios, and make sure people were questioning the validity and truth of the information they were receiving. So whilst there was the digital afforded more fake information, it also makes us suspicious and skeptical of information and makes us question the information we're getting. And I think in pre-crisis Britain, it might not have seemed great at the time, but there was something positive about that there was a lot of distrust in the media and in the different kinds of truths that were being told. Whereas now, I think you're seeing a return to a more traditional and older pre-digital sense, actually, of people just trusting what they're told, and that's why we have to be here with radio stations like this to challenge those conceptions. Most citizens feel pretty hopeless, I think, and unable to fight back against these kind of huge mainstream corporations that simply entrench and support the ideals and ideologies of the state. It can seem very hopeless indeed, but I think, the fact that you're out there listening, we're in here talking, shows that there is still a space to combat these false truths and disinformation that's being sold to us, and that it's never possible really to completely shut down, despite all the technologies that they have at their disposal and all the financial and corporate power and all the physical power. It's never quite possible to shut down people's desire to get to the truth and fight for their own ideologies and values, and we're out here starting that task, so don't give up hope.
You've been listening to Buccaneer with me, Tash. We'll be back soon with more of what you'll never hear on the GBB. Keep listening, keep sharing, and keep resisting.
Oh man, I see what they did here, but it is scary. That's always scary.
can concentrate with you buzzing around.
Bloody fool!
All clear my end, over.
Shoot.
I'm putting a stop to this!
Oh. Oh.
Eyes open! Come on!
We've got them now.
Come on, dumb cunt! Excuse me. Stop there, please. Give yourself up.
I'm coming for you. Keep looking. Come out and fight.
What's that now so we can have a look? That's a hit!
You're already dead. You can't hide forever.
But I saw...
Just give up, will you?
I got them.
Shit! Fuck it!
No.
Poor thing. We've another one to mourn.
Operative KIA. Apologies.
Thirsty for the truth? Wet your whistle with Claire Waters. So are Albion the new cops? I would argue no. They're not the law. They put themselves above it. And why not? Who's going to stop them? The Met? Please. There are no more cops, just glorified security guards and tricked-out troopers with little in between.
You weren't kidding. Low mobility. These guys are very slow. I got caught last time.
Something over there.
You get the sudden urge to turn on all your friends.
Oh my god.
Let's find them straight away.
She was not kidding. very slow.
No sign of him yet. All good.
ATL unsuccessful. Circling back.
It's funny. She can't do it, all the fancy stuff the other ones can.
Moving on. Where are you hiding?
She can't even take cover.
It hurts! It hurts! All clear here. Moving on.
Suspect. Resume patrol.
Holy moly, yeah, she can't take cover. Oh, no wonder.
You get the sudden urge to turn on all your friends.
Moron!
You go. No, go over there.
You can't be here.
Whoa!
Where's my backup?
Nothing on my end.
How's it going, lad? Oh, you know, the same old. Albion's been coming around here again, sticking their nose in where it don't belong.
Well, they're asking to get it broken, if you ask me.
You said it. I didn't realise this was called the Bethnal Green Albion Station. They come here, telling us how to do our job, and giving their critiques like they own the bloody place.
And it's only going to get worse. Yeah, they're already giving the Wapping police station problems, telling people how to drive their boats. Oh, absolutely ridiculous.
Everybody look out! Gun!
Yeah, you need to look out.
I imagine this poor bugger was supposed to serve as an object lesson of some kind. Albion decides whether or not you have a right to a trial. Good thing you came around.
You bet your ass.
God, I can't believe she lived. This is ridiculous. But that ability is just so powerful. You guys are gonna be waiting for a very long time.
Excuse me.
Albie's looking for good candidates. Come see me for more information.
Hi.
Make sure there's sugar at the processing center. Move along, move along.
I'm trying.
Degenerate! I'm gone. That's it. No more games. Oh, okay. That's great. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's send her in. God. Glass cannon, I wish. And still, oh man, still shopping. Travel agent. Oh my god, she's so slow. Good thing she's a knight. I mean, I need to go steal that car just to get around. You can do it. You can do it.
Don't fall off now.
Seriously. Oh my god. He's gonna get taken out by a granny.
Spread out. Find the suspect.
I've had enough!
Shit! Put out an all-ports warning.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Oh, wonderful.
That's it. All our Albion targets are accounted for in Tower Hamlets. Bloody brilliant job.
Perfect.
It's had an impact too. This bloke just contacted us about helping him convince the people of this borough to finally rise up. Go meet him.
So funny. Oh, he is very close by.
You get the sudden urge to turn on all your friends.
You're in trouble now.
Listen here. I'm going to tell you something, and it's between you and me. Completely off the record, yeah? The whole thing's quite disturbing to me. They've got good reason to close off parts of the building, but at the end of the day, it's a load of bollocks. This place is a treasured part of London's history, of its culture. Great, powerful men have ruled over this fortress. The citizens of London have an obligation to it. You can't keep people out. They must visit it, breathe in its very essence, so that they too can become great. But again, this is all between you and me, mate. Carry on now.
I'm getting shot at here! Shit! Stay down! Suspect hit!
My fucking ears!
Ugh. It hurts.
I'm approaching. Cover me! No need to worsen the situation.
You get the sudden urge to turn on all your friends.
What are you doing?
It's like a walking wizard. She will get there when she precisely needs to. Till then, she, she causes just chaos. I need the ammunition.
Find the prick!
They're long gone. Tag local cameras, maybe they're on CTOS.
This is so funny. She's just beating, just whooping people. Just whooping them. God, everything's slow.
You get the sudden urge to turn on all your friends.
I cannot wait for Friday, mate. Simmons. Do you know him?
Simmons.
Anyway, no matter. He's the one who organised our team-building activity. He's rounded up a few of the prisoners they brought in a little while ago. The ones who didn't have any relatives. He figures he'll make for an easier time when we declare them missing. Right, so the fun part. He's going to release them into an open field while we get our shots in. I'll bet you a pint I can get rid of 10 before you. You're on, you slimy bastard.
Wow. That's not very good.
You get the sudden urge to turn on all your friends.
You're just irritating, you know that?
Over there. Right, this ends now. Identify yourself. Oh!
Oh my gosh, she can't even throw a punch. She has to use a taser on them. Oh my.
Spread out and find them. They're gone. Let's head back and regroup.
Hello?
Yo, Wagwan. You're dead sick, innit? Yeah, I can tell. You got that hard look, yeah? Big ups on booting Albion's arse all over the ends. Ah, big ups. Them Albion pagans are the reason a lot of these people are out here. Do you know what I mean? No jobs, no flat to live in. And worse, Albion's been hoarding supplies. Food, toilet paper, and whatever's meant for shelters and kitchens. They're getting fat off all that.
That's dreadful. If you know where Albion is hoarding your supplies, we can get them back.
Allow that, cuz. It's not what I'm on about. I need this for ourselves, you get me? Get our hands dirty. You showed us that. But I might need some help keeping the Albion mercs from bashing heads, you get me? A distraction like. Got some fast wheels you can use, you know. You blaze around the borough while we pull the job. Are you in?
Sounds like fun.
Someone fix that drawer!
Oh, good. I love this game.
Oh, my.
Right, cuz, we're in position. You primed? Kick it!
Find the power! Albion mercs out of the hamlet!
The faster you blaze through the borough, the better. Cause damage and get attention. Slow down and Albion will come after our asses, cuz. Do what you gotta do to get their attention.
Right, piece of cake.
Armed and hostile.
This car.
Fucking shit! Shit! Stop! Find the bollard! Hit the fucking brakes!
Rise up against your oppressors! Albion breathe fear!
Across the checkpoint. Control, we are pursuing the target.
Get Albion mercenaries off our street!
Another lorry full. Keep going. We're gonna clean out this place.
Every Albion soldier in the borough is after you. Let's give them a show, shall we?
Albion has been hoarded, keeping supplies from those who need them. You!
Control, we are pursuing the suspect.
Stand up with us! Don't bow down to Albion rule!
Control, I'm going to need some backup. Preparing to intercept vehicle.
This is a call to rise up, united, fight Albion aggression.
Almost got it all, cuz. Keep going. We're gonna give you and everyone else in the borough a show, trust me.
Drones are on their way to the suspect. Ready to ram the vehicle. Over. Mercenaries on our streets will not be tolerated. Suspect is
Danger. Vehicle in critical condition. Please exit immediately.
There's our target. Over.
The car is the worst.
Right! Go for it, DedSec!
Ha! I've still bloody got it.
Oh, that was brill. I don't even care if my wheels are trash. We got everything out of that warehouse, and the people know Albion was holding. This is gonna get everyone in the ends on board, you know.
Marvellous. I hope this shakes people out of bed. It's going to take a lot of us to drag Albion out of this city.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, cuz. Just don't lose my digits, all right? Cheers.
Tower Hamlets is ready to defy Albion, all because of what we've done. Got to be proud of that.
Excellent.